Hi guys, Colin James Poulter here, and welcome to part 2 of the Fostex PM2 Mark II repair. Okay, as you probably remember from the last video, I'm currently repairing this Fostex monitor, which has developed a little bit of a mains hum. Suspected the rectifiers at first, but it turns out it's leaky caps. So I ordered a couple of capacitors from RS, and after a long wait they finally arrived. These are the old caps. You see that probably. There you go. 6800 microfarads, 63 volts. So they come up on my little tester as being bad. Here are the new ones from RS. Exactly the same. There we go. So I'm going to put them in and see what happens. Here is the case. So we've got to get the screws off, like I said before, all around the outside edge. I've already started one, so I'm going to do that now and be right back with you. So here is the board out of the monitor, and then I've got some new thermal paste to go on the bottom of those power transistors, which is over here. Excellent. And I've got some silicone to put the caps back down with. Right, don't know why my capacitor tester hasn't switched off. That's better. Right, okay, so I think it's soldering iron time. Be right back. Okay, so I've put a little bit of silicone on the bottom of the cap, the new caps. Just be aware of the which side the negative connection goes. I know that it goes this way round, and I've already desoldered the holes, so the new legs should just slide in perfectly. There we go. Look at that. Excellent, that's one. Got a bit of muck in there, I see. So I'm just going to knock him out. Then a second cap. Again, making sure that the negative is towards me. Goes in like so. And there they are. What I've got to do now is turn them over and solder them in position. So I make sure that they're down nice and firm. Then what I tend to do is just bend the legs a little bit, just to hold them in position, like so. And then it's just a matter of get my trusty soldering iron out and soldering them into place. So get a little bit of solder on here, and here we go. Allowing the leg to heat up. This one. Two. Three. Four. There we go. all done. How about that then? Just wipe the end of my soldering iron off. And then we'll just chop these legs off. Like so. There we go. Done. And I'll give you a closer look at that on the other camera. There we go. Both caps nicely soldered in. Now you can see there's a little bit of solder laying about on the board. What I'm going to do is get a toothbrush and some circuit board cleaner and just get rid of those little scraps. And we'll be right back. There's the new capacitors back in place. I've used a little bit of silicone on the bottom of them, and I've used some new thermal paste on the bottom of the power transistors, which connect with the heatsink under here. So what I'm going to do first of all is just put the screws back into, just to hold the main board down. One. I always tend to, what a good rule of thumb is, I know a lot of people, some people don't do it, but when I put these self tappers in, or most screws with thread, I always backpedal until I hear where that drop is and then screw it in. You're guaranteed to get it in exactly the same place every time, because sometimes you can get small screws cross-threaded, but by doing that it lets the thread drop into its original start position. Oh, there it is. And then, not forgetting, which is most important, the power transistor screws, which are right down in here. There we go. Make sure they're nice and firm. Another one. Oh, by the way, while I'm doing this, don't forget to check out my new electronic music album called Slipstream. Here is a graphic. It's available on Apple Music, iMusic and Google Play, and just literally loads of other third-party digital distributors. So if you like electronic music, guys, have a listen. There's some previews on there, and if you like it, go and buy it. Thank you very much. Right, okay, this is the last screw now. Again, make sure it's nice and firm. There we go. So the board's back in, power transistors are screwed down firmly. All we've got to do now is get this unit back into the monitor and give it a test. Next thing to do is to connect up the external control and input box. So that's this little kiddie. If you remember, it came out of here. So we just put that back in, like so. And then the other connections are the power, which went down here. There we go, it's clipped in. And then we've got a final two connections, which is the LED port and around here somewhere, and the tweeter and bass driver port. Right, now I can't turn that over and do that with one hand and hold the camera. So I'll do the best I can and be right back. Well, there we go, guys. All fixed. The power's on, and that horrendous hum has disappeared. Hey ho, so let's put some music through it and just make sure it is all working perfectly. Be right back. So this is track 4 off of my latest album, Slipstream, called Skydive. It's available on Apple Music, iMusic, and also Google Play. Right, cheers guys, until the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video and found it useful.